Nor do I have an issue with the next signing. Bilal Nichols was signed shortly after the fact, one of 2 defensive tackles the Cardinals signed at the start of free agency. 27 years old, 6'3", 313, meat potatoes guy. As your boy Q said yesterday on the show, Bo, contract pretty modest, 3 years, $21 million. And again, not a PFF darling, but somebody that is going to do the dirty work for this team. Has not missed a start, or he's missed like 2 or 3 starts in his entire NFL career of like 5 or 6 years. That's a big problem with the Cardinals' defensive line historically. Everybody's hurt, right? Once upon a time, J.J. Watt couldn't stay healthy. Zach Allen couldn't stay healthy. They need a rotation. Jonathan Gannon outlined it to us at the NFL Combine. They want to have like a 6 to 8 guy rotation, everybody playing about 50 to 60% of the time. And so Bilal Nichols is never going to be somebody that jumps off the stat sheet. But if the Cardinals get a win on any given Sunday, you can look back and say, hey, how many rushing yards did they give up? How many total yards? How many points? And they can directly attribute it to the rotation that is anchored by players like this, right? Of course, you want an Aaron Donald, a Fletcher Cox, right? And you get those and develop those through the draft. But they didn't even have anybody the caliber of a Bilal Nichols. And so that's why, to me, it makes sense. You get somebody who's still in the peak of their powers, somebody who's still under 30 years old, hopefully maybe has their best football in front of them. It's never going to come off flashy with the box score. But again, that's more than what this defense is. It's not about individuals. It's about a collective unit. And I'm all for Monti Ossenfort go out and saying, like, Nick Ross, Jonathan Gannon, what do you need to cook on Sundays? You need players like this.
Yeah, you need starting caliber players, especially on the defensive line. And we could have our arguments about what's a premium player and what's not. But what Jonathan Gannon values is guys who put their hand in the dirt, and that's what Nichols is. And he's a guy he's athletic as they come, and he's versatile. He can play all 3 positions on the defensive line. And he's like, he ran a sub 540 back in 2018 coming out of Delaware. So I think that he's a guy that Monti Ossenfort looked at the tape and became available once the Raiders decided to throw the bag at Christian Wilkins, and Monti Ossenfort jumped at the opportunity to pivot to Nichols